Live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching Shaking It Up with the Sharks. Starring Johnny Richardson and Katie Meadows.
Welcome to Shifting with the Sharks, episode 101, and it's time to rock and roll, folks. We're going to be getting in deep today because it's all about shifting, making adjustments wherever you're at within your family, your career, just taking your life to new levels at the end of the day. And I tell you what, today it's not just special guest, it's my partner, Miss Katie Meadows. We're going to really dig in today and we're going to find out who she is. So what's going on, young lady? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Rocking?
I'm rocking.
Solid day?
Solid day.
Yeah.
Always a solid day.
Why is that?
Because there's just so much craziness going on out there.
Why is it so crazy?
The market is wild.
Really?
Yeah.
What market's that?
The housing market, honey.
Really? Why is it so crazy? I don't understand. You should have it handled. You're a shark at the end of the day.
That is true, but it's still crazy out there. So low inventory and too many buyers.
So there's never too many buyers.
That's what I was going to say, which is a good thing.
Yeah, never too many buyers. What are you doing out there to assist your current buyers?
Right now, we're just trying to find, or we are finding more houses to sell. So that gives us more inventory. And, you know.
So what kind of methods are we using to find more houses for our people?
Well, we hired somebody to do some callings. I don't know, honey.
I run that department, so here, full transparency, folks. She's really the, I just run the back end. She's the look, she's the beauty, everything else, and she's out there turn and burn. We're working with all buyers.
Yes, exactly.
Figure everything out from there.
Yes.
But more than anything, with what's going on right now, is there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of fire, and would you say there's a lot of people that are just diving into real estate?
Oh, definitely. So many people are diving into real estate right now. It's craziness.
Bartenders lost their job. You know, people were out here in Vegas, call them entertainers, however you want to label that at the end of the day.
Waitresses.
Circus and ballet dancers, you name it. The list goes on and on. You know, people at the craps tables, whatever.
Everybody.
Yeah. And they said, you know what? Market's hot, just like what you just talked about. Too many buyers. Things are out of control. Houses are just going off like this, and that. And people are getting into real estate. So that really brings us into our next question. We're going to dig into this girl. We're going to find out because believe it or not, she wasn't born as a real estate agent.
I definitely was not born
Not
real
even
estate
close, actually.
Yeah. I might have been one in my last life, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it? Do you have somebody in mind, somebody special?
And I don't have anybody in mind, no. It's my own shark.
Yeah, there you go. More like a minnow, now you're a shark.
Exactly. Well, no, I was always a shark.
Yeah, there you go. I believe it 100%. So when you came to Vegas, let's go through your story a little bit. So you moved out here to Las Vegas at what age?
At 21.
21. And did you grow up in a big town, super crazy?
No,
hoopla?
super small town. So Philadelphia, it's not the Philadelphia you guys are thinking. So Philadelphia, Mississippi, I mean, the junior high, high school, elementary was all in one school. Like, it was super, super small.
How small? How many were in your graduating class?
I would say, like, at the most, like 90, if that.
Really?
Yeah.
In a town like that, did everybody have their teeth?
Not really.
Really? Well, good job on that. Yeah, bravo to you. So
I have all mine.
Super little town coming out to Las Vegas. And why did you even come to Las Vegas?
My sister actually went on spring break with her friend, and my mom was moving to Indiana at the time. So I was like, okay, so am I going to stay here by myself, move to Indiana, or go to Las Vegas? And of course, I mean, who doesn't want to go to Vegas when they're 21?
Why were you going to go to Indiana?
My mom was transferred to Indiana for her job. So I was like, either stay by myself in Mississippi, because I didn't have any other family there, just, you know, friends. So I was going to Mississippi State at the time. So I was like, do I stay, or do I go with my mom, or do I go with my sister? And I chose to go with my sister.
Really? Versus your mom?
Yeah, because who wants to go to Indiana? It's freezing there.
Not all the time.
No, it snows. Like, heavy. Yeah.
Really?
So my mom actually ended up quitting her job because Indiana was so rough and moving to Vegas.
For being cold.
Yeah, so cold.
Really?
Yeah.
So she had enough. So you made a good decision.
Yeah.
And what job did you get when you came out to Vegas?
So I started school here, and then I got a job cocktailing at Bellagio.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're one of those cocktail waitresses running around and, sir, cocktail.
Something
sir,
like that.
Cocktail. Miss, cocktail.
Yeah.
That you hear throughout the casino.
Exactly.
And you're in there a short period?
No, I was in there for 17, 18 years. Ooh, that's scary. Ooh.
Man, does it feel like a blink of an eye right now?
It does, yeah. It's just crazy. Time just flew by, so.
I figure at year 10, it'd be like, what am I doing here? What made you stay so long?
No, at year 2, I was like, what am I doing here? But
and
the
you
money.
lasted another 15.
Yeah. The money actually, I mean, obviously the money when you're doing something just so simple as carrying drinks, which is not really that simple as people think, but it's rough on your, no, it's
What's
rough
so
on
hard
your,
about it?
It's rough on your body. Like I had some foot surgeries.
Looks like it's doing fine.
Of course it does. Of course it does. I had some foot surgeries. I mean, it's hard on your back. Like if you have any injuries, it's just, I mean, you're walking around constantly in heels. And I mean, the aspect of like serving drinks to customers, yeah, that's easy, but there's a lot behind it that is not just so easy. But I stuck there for the money, obviously.
Worst experience in the cocktail industry? Just something crazy, ridiculous, just made you want to go home and throw up?
Well, I can't think of anything that would want me to throw up, but I can think of, I mean, this doesn't even have anything to do with cocktailing, but just, I think being on the strip and that environment period I was there through the October 1st shootings, which was crazy because at the time, everybody thought that there was people coming in doing shootings at all the casinos. So it was a very crazy night. And that was probably the scariest I've ever been in my whole entire life. Like,
really?
Threw my tray with tons of money on it and like started running, and it was just craziness.
Where'd you run to?
We all ran to like the back of the employee hallway. There was this little like door that we locked, and we were all in there together, and just, we thought we could hear stuff in the background. So we thought the whole strip was being shot up, and literally thought that was going to be like the last night we had to live. So it was.
What time, so you're hiding, and what time did you get out of there?
Oh, like 2 or 3. And the only reason for that is because me and a couple of my friends actually snuck out the back because we're like, forget this. Like, we're not staying here. I want to go home. If we're going to die, we want to be at home. Like, so we actually snuck out the back to our cars and left. So we weren't even allowed to really leave, but we did anyway.
But you snuck out.
Yeah, snuck out.
You took it upon yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, everyone was
like, if
unsafe.
this is my last night, I'm going to be at home with my last night, not stuck in a back room, at Bellagio. So. Got
a good point there.
Yeah.
So then how long after that did you leave the casino industry?
Ooh, about a year. So it was probably about a year after that I left.
So you spent a year there after a shooting, scared to death and everything else.
Yeah.
I think that's what most people do in any situation. They know it's the worst experience. They never want to do it again, but they end up getting sucked back in and in and in.
Oh, definitely. 12 months. Yeah. Yeah, everybody thought I was crazy for leaving Bellagio when I did. So I was just influenced by a lot of people like, what are you doing? I mean, you think of like Las Vegas and the Strip, cocktailing, you make a bunch of money. You're in the culinary union, so you have health insurance, and so and pension. So everybody's like, why? This is like such an amazing job, but it just was not fulfilling.
I don't think life insurance or pension would keep me any place.
But it does. All of those people are there. Like 90% of those people are there for the insurance and for the pension and obviously for the money.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
Yeah.
So it's all about the money at the end. There's nothing else glamorous about it, huh?
No, definitely
nothing else
not.
Fun?
No.
And when did you start thinking about real estate and getting into real estate? And obviously that's where you're at now.
Yeah.
So as far as you had mentioned before, there was a little tweak, a little something that you're like, oh, this would be pretty cool. What was inspired you?
I thought like even about 15 years ago, one of my friends, I was jet ski racing at the time, and one of my friends was in real estate, and I was like, oh, that sounds like something that I would like to do. She would talk about it all the time. I was like, ooh, that sounds super cool. Like I like houses, I like people. Just kidding.
You notice she got me right there. So that's the two worst things someone can say to me getting into real estate.
I like to say that because Johnny says if you get into
if you get into real estate because I love people and I love houses, then you're crashing and burning because there's a whole lot more in front of you.
Yeah, but I did at the time think that that's why I was going to get into real estate is because I did like people and I do like houses.
Well, you do. You love hugging and kissing everybody and everything else.
Exactly.
Everybody be happy.
Yeah.
Make sure they're excited.
It is. I wanted to do something that was rewarding, and real estate definitely is rewarding when you see people, find their first home, or sell their house and find another home that they wanted to upgrade. It's super rewarding at the end of the day.
And it still is to this day. So it's something besides the money.
Yeah,
really?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get more excited about it. So when you pick up your paycheck or you see smiles, which one do you get excited about?
I get excited about both.
Well, that's good. You should. You have to make money.
I'm not like disappointed about my paycheck, obviously, but I'm more excited about obviously the people smiling. So
that's what's important.
Yeah.
So when you had the thought in your head, what made you go down and go through the licensing process? Because I think you thought about it for a little while.
Oh, I thought about it for a long time. And
How long? Because I know you're a processor.
Yeah,
and you
10
think
years.
About
10 years I thought about getting my real estate license.
I didn't even know that. Oh,
10
this
10
is no
years,
surprise.
yeah,
No surprise.
10 years I thought about it, and then one day I was like, I'm just so unhappy here. I was like, I'm just gonna go, take a shot at it and pass my test the first try, and there I was.
So when you went down and ended up taking your test, did they say, "Are you sure? Are you?"
They
sure?
did,
It's
yeah.
been a while. You've been thinking.
Exactly. They're like, this has been 10 years in the making. And they're like, are you sure you want to do this? I was like, I think so.
You say it with a lot of pride, finishing your first time.
Yeah.
But you spent 10 years of preparation.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Well, no, I didn't start studying 10 years before that. I only studied like maybe a couple months before that. So,
preparation was on its way. It was everything.
Yeah, and actually my other friend Leilani got into real estate. And that's when I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do this.
So she did it first, and that it took the one to do it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And after that, you just said, let me go ahead after that.
Yeah.
So you got in almost the same time, and who's kicking whose butt?
We're both kicking butt.
Oh, I knew it. See that? She's a lover. She loves everybody.
We are.
Yes, you are. 100%.
Definitely.
So end up getting into real estate. What was the first company you went with?
I went with Realty One. So I had mentioned to my mom that I wanted to go into real estate, and she's like, the person that helped me sell my house was really good. Maybe you should just talk to her. I ended up talking to her, and she said that she would mentor me and take me under her wing. So that's what I ended up doing.
And who was that?
This is Jan Fowler.
Okay, and she doesn't live in Vegas anymore.
No, she moved, I think, to Mesquite, so she ended up selling her house, and she was thinking about retiring, and I think that's what she ended up doing.
You still talk to her, right?
I haven't talked to her in just a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're done with her. She moved.
No. She went to her engagement party.
I know,
She's
I'm teasing
yeah.
So she ended up bringing you in the business and everything else, and obviously I know, but so everybody else knows. And what happened from there?
So I was actually doing really good at Realty One. I actually really liked that company.
How many deals did you do?
I think I did 5. I did 5 my first 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I did 5 deals my first, maybe even before that, maybe like first 4 months. I think I did 5 deals. Jan did a lot of business in Sun City. If you're not familiar with Vegas, Sun City is like an older retirement company. So she kind of felt like, once I retire, I'll give you my business and you can do that. So that's what I ended up doing, is like a lot of open houses and mentoring with Jan. And then I met my sweetheart. And so I met my sweetheart, and we weren't going to work together, but then ended up working together.
Well, you needed a lot of help. What do you expect me to say? I saw you struggling, doing 5 deals in 6 months. I'm like, this girl's too beautiful.
Well,
she needs some assistance. She deserves to be up here, not down here, and let me give her
Well, also, I was working still full-time at Bellagio. So I did 5 deals, but yeah, I was working full-time at Bellagio too, so.
And what was the fire, besides working myself, I already know that, but as far as leaving Bellagio, that made you walk in there, quit, throw in the towel, say, you know what, forget you guys, do all your crazy videos. Hey, I'm here to pick up my check. Adios. See ya.
We actually went to Synergy, which is transformational training. Yeah. So in there, I just was sitting there like, what am I like? Because it makes you think about like your life a lot. So I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I here anymore? I was just so unhappy there. And every day I would walk in, I would ask to go home. Like 2 seconds later, I'm sure everybody was annoyed with me. Like, what's this girl doing? And then, I just was at the Synergy one night. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take a shot. And you told me, if you're ready, do it. And so.
That's what it is, 100%.
Yeah. I literally walked in and was like, this is my last day. I remember that. I was going to get my 2 weeks notice, but our director at the time was super cool. She's like, if you want to leave now, leave now. I'm like, okay. So that was it.
Yeah, it's all about taking that shot like right there.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you feel that nudge, the moment you think about a second time or 10 years, it's just like wasted time at the end of the day.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I felt like if I didn't do it at that moment, that I was never going to do it. So I just felt like if I didn't go in there and say, this is it for me, I might have waited and waited and waited. And
might be still at the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Saying, cocktails.
Definitely.
All that good
Yeah.
stuff. So you end up pulling the trigger. And so that brought you to that. What was that feeling when you walked out of there? Was it fulfilled? Was it amazing? Was it scarcity? When you walked out, was there fear?
No, I actually felt like everything was the way it was meant to be, and I just felt super okay. I remember walking out of there filming myself saying, this is my last day, being the happiest I'd been in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty amazing, besides the day you met me, obviously.
Exactly. Well, that's like the happiest day ever. But
that's a given at the end of the day. That's a given. So feeling amazing. I think that's what people run into. It's not just it's leaving their jobs, it's leaving for a better future, thinking about real estate, even take real estate out of it for a second. If they want to do something where they want to build something, they listen to all the voices around them. What you talked about a lot was the other people on the casino floor.
Yeah.
Hey, you have benefits. You're going to go ahead and have your 401k. Why would you ever leave? That's crazy. Because they're all stuck at a certain level, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And everybody can't see past that certain portion. And it takes a certain person to say, forget about it. I'm going to break through this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something bigger. I'm going to do something better. I don't care about all the safety nets, because realistically, when you want to hit success, it's not going to have the safety nets.
Yeah, definitely.
You are going to jump. Sometimes you're going to jump without a parachute and figure it out on the way down.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah. And I felt at that time, if I was going to fail, like it was just, I mean, that was fine too, but I just did not want to work there anymore. If I failed and had to do something else, I was going to do that anyway.
What else were you going to do? Keep it clean.
I can't tell you that on camera. No, just kidding. I don't know. I would have figured it out though, I feel like. Yeah.
So either way, you're covered.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to end up homeless, scraping money, out there begging, everything else, or with the will, there's a way.
And it wasn't everybody around me that was saying don't quit. I had a lot of friends that, I mean, even at Bellagio, that said, you know, this is the best thing for you, go, you know. It's mostly the haters say that don't quit. But all my close friends, like Jill and Ildy, like all of them were like, go, like this is the best thing for you, like, and pushing me to go. So it's not everybody. Like all my super close friends were like, you should do it.
Well, there you go. They were super supportive.
Yeah.
And how do they feel now?
Oh, so they're so happy for me. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And how do things feel now? Is all a good decision? Everything else?
Best decision of my life.
As much as we put into our business now, and like we're constantly pushing for bigger, better on a daily basis, does it ever feel like, holy crap, I could have stayed at the casino, made $100 grand a year, had 401k, life insurance, go home at a certain time.
It's health
phone
insurance,
doesn't ring.
it's not life insurance.
What's that?
It's health insurance.
Well, health insurance.
Yeah.
Health insurance and be good to go.
No.
No, none of that.
None of that.
None of that.
Not one regret.
No, not one bit.
I miss my friends. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do about that?
I mean, I see them, but it's just like I miss the daily routine of like being at work. You get to talk to girls every day. I mean, but besides that.
Well, you get to talk to girls all the time.
Yeah.
constantly.
Uh-huh.
So you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always stop down. Bellagio's like, I can
2
see
feet
it
from us now.
I can see it from here. It's like
Yeah.
5 casinos away. So you're good to go there.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's been the walk of Katie Meadows, walking down. And where do you envision yourself over the next 2 years?
Oh my goodness, that's such a crazy question because
Yeah, I'm hitting you from left field on this.
I know, yeah.
So it's real.
Yeah. I mean, in 2 years, we have so much going on right now. So to continue to expand our team, obviously, not only in Las Vegas, but nationally. We have a coaching program that we coach real estate agents. I see that just being so huge. Yeah, so just getting bigger into our coaching platform and recruiting other agents into our team. And I don't know, the sky's the limit.
No, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
But not as much recruiting them. It's more about providing the same service, quality of life, providing people a better future.
Yes, exactly.
Just this is not a pitch, but this is what I see out there. Is what I see. People don't have the help, the assistance, the support, and systems along the way to really help them achieve success.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're fortunate. Not only did you get engaged with one of the best casinos in Vegas across the world, but also very smart in real estate.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, you just kind of landed in this position at the end of the day.
Exactly.
But not everybody gets that. And I can't provide the same benefits that I give you to somebody else.
Yeah. That's our passion, is taking, as you say all the time, real estate agents from zero to hero. So we want, you know, the same success that we've had, we want for everybody else too. So we want to, you know, do whatever we can to just share our secrets to take you, you know, from 1 transaction to 10 transactions a month. So
yeah, 0 to hero is what it's about, 100%.
Yeah.
It all comes down to making a choice. We all have a choice at the end of the day. Katie could have continued going to the Bellagio, clocking in and out, dancing around in her little skirt, whatever you want to call it, and just like, oh, good quality of life. And it really isn't bad at the end of the day.
No.
That is good for a lot of people. A lot of people make a great living and retire off of it.
Yeah.
But she wanted something else. It really comes down to the choice where you envision yourself at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like, do I see myself like A, B, and C? Or do I want to go completely off the path and do something different like Leilani?
Yeah.
And just go out there and do something different. And that's where the 1%ers come from. That's where the top levels, top producers, you name it, the list goes on, is somebody that had a different level of thinking. Now, I will tell you this. I believe the tricky part is this, is once you make those decisions and you make a decision to go in a different path, now you're in a different path, there's less people around you, maybe not completely empty, but less, and you have less voices, and it's more of your voice. And where are you pushing? You're looking for the right people to spend time with along the path. And the wrong people can stop up too. And some of those old people can stop around and say, oh, what are you doing? You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. And then it's consistently pushing to that new level, shifting into that new level, and keeping your head straight. So let me ask you that question. What do you do now? You've separated yourself from all that. You've gone in a different direction. And what kind of people do you listen to, or who you spend your time with now to continue pushing yourself up the next level?
I mean, I think we hang out with I still hang out with all of my friends, but the people we surround ourselves with is obviously people that are going to help us grow, like-minded people, entrepreneurs, people that are, as we're calling, shifting the sharks. Are we calling it that?
Yeah.
Shifting the sharks.
Yep.
I know, right?
Shifting with the sharks.
Shifting with the sharks. So people that are ready to make that shift in life, whatever it's they're doing, their job, I mean, anything in life, they're ready to do the shift. So
it all has to do with mindset at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what somebody has.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, there's a lot. The thing I can't stand, the thing that really pisses me off, is someone says, oh, I used to do that. I used to work that hard. I've already been there. Well, that means really you're dying, because you used to do it and you changed your habit and you went like this, and you feel like you're in your 30s or 40s and you're like, why do it anymore? Regardless what your bank account looks like, just a quality of life the way I feel it.
Yeah.
So it's always about pushing yourself towards another level. So when we're spending time with people, are they elevating themselves? Are they looking for something bigger? Are they doing something bigger? Do they have proof in the pudding? When I say proof in the pudding, that's not the size of somebody's bank account. It's not the car they drive. It's their work ethic. Or do they have just good moral values at the end of the day? Are they intention driven? Do they just want to provide value to people without saying the word, how can I provide value today? Because that's kind of a way of saying, how can I sell you today?
Yeah.
That's what that is. That word drives me out of my mind. But when somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want to do this for you. They got to know you. They knew something unique about me. Easiest thing somebody could do for me is buy me a plastic shark, buy me cinnamon gum. They provided value with something so stupid in the world. So like now when we spend time with people, tell me if I'm right or wrong, I look for people at just the small things to where it's just they know who we are. We know the one thing, which could be introduce me to this person without asking me.
Connecting you.
Yeah, just connecting you. And that's what it's about, is making relationships, connecting the dots, doing everything else. There's somebody who has a great podcast in town, and constantly, I've never been on it, where I'll send emails in like, I have this person, I have this person, I have this person, and you shove them over because you know it all works out and delivering value. Those are the kind of people we want to spend time with, are the people that are doing bigger and better things.
Correct.
And I kind of over-grabbed the conversation.
No, you're all good.
So I have a habit of that.
Johnny has a real habit of that.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, I asked you a question, just kind of ran with it. So at the end of the day, and that's what it's about. Spend time with people that want to level up, do bigger things. This is all things just, I think everybody watching
You are
this,
who you hang out with.
Yeah. And everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Everybody does. The question is, do they follow it?
Yeah.
People know if they shouldn't smoke. People know if they shouldn't drink. They know if they shouldn't have the McDonald's triple whatever at the end of the night. We all know it.
We can't have McDonald's? Is that what you're trying to say?
Sounds kind of good right now. But yeah, and by the way, they should drop us a little something for dropping in that note right there.
Right?
Yeah. So as far as that goes. But besides that, it's all about knowing what you have to do, just like moving forward, doing the right thing at the end of the day. This isn't rocket science. This isn't new news. This is really old news at the end of the day. You know, more than anything, it's about Katie Meadows, what she did throughout her journey, going through, coming from Little Mississippi, out here to Vegas, cocktail and real estate rock star.
Yep.
And anybody can do it if you do the right things.
That's
correct?
right. Yep.
Is it simple?
Yes.
But it requires hard work, correct?
Yes, I was going to say that. It requires hard work.
Yeah. So it's all super
Yeah.
easy. So that's it for tonight, folks. Here's the deal. It's been an amazing show. Our beautiful partner, Mr. Paul Hasna with Intercap Lending. Couldn't ask him for any more being a part of this. He's not here tonight, but one of our huge supporters. So Johnny Richardson, the Shark, Miss Katie Meadows. We will see you soon, folks.
See you soon.